Hello friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited about being with you today since I want to share with you a makeup look I hope you'll find both interesting and helpful. It's an everyday look for those of us with mature skin who are over 50, over 60, and beyond. And the best part is that it can be created very inexpensively using just one really good drugstore brand. I certainly want to extend a special welcome and introduce myself to any of you who might be new to my channel. My name is Elise and I'm a professional working makeup artist who loves helping women like us who are over 50 look like the very best version of ourselves. In order to do this, I offer online Zoom consultations, I teach in-person classes when it's safe to do so, I make presentations to women's groups, and I also offer makeup tips and information on my Boomer and Beyond Beauty Facebook page and website. And I really love creating videos for you on this channel every week. We have a wonderful family of women here, and I hope you'll join us by taking a moment to subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button. And if you also hit the bell icon below the video and to the right, you'll automatically be notified each time I upload a new video to YouTube. And I so appreciate it if you choose to do so. So let's go ahead and dive into creating a daytime look, which, by the way, can very easily transform into an evening look using just one drugstore brand, Physicians Formula. I've referenced the makeup I'll be using in a couple of previous videos, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I want to share with you the huge collection of products that has been put together in this one makeup case. It's the ultimate Murumuru, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, butter collection, which actually contains all 58 of Physicians Formula Butter Collection products. It has 8 bronzers, 7 blushes, 7 highlights, 24 eyeshadows, 12 lipsticks, and a mirror. Let me show you what this amazing collection looks like. Here's the packaging, and on the back all the names of the products are listed, which is really helpful. There's a plastic covering on these products, so I'm sorry about the glare. But as you can see, there are 24 eyeshadows on one side, and then all the bronzer colors on the other side. But wait, there's more. When you extend the panels, as you can see, you can also see the highlighters and the blushes. But I'm not done yet. If you extend one more time, you can see all the lipsticks, and then there's a mirror right next to those lipsticks. So really the only other products you'd need to complete a full makeup look is an eyebrow product, although you actually could use one of the eyeshadows as eyebrow powder, mascara, powder, foundation, and lip liner if you use lip liner. You know, often in these collections, a brand will only include limited edition products that aren't part of their regular makeup line. But this is a very rare case where you have absolutely every product from their regular butter collection line. In terms of the case itself, it's plastic and there are panels that slide to the right and left, as you saw, which display the various products. The only thing I would really prefer would be a sturdy plastic cover over each section instead of the plastic sheets, which are somewhat flimsy and can easily come off. This collection of products originally appeared over the holidays and was labeled limited edition. But today, as I'm actually filming this video, this collection is still available on the Physicians Formula website for a rather amazing price of only $39.99. And just to illustrate what a great value this is, let me share a comparison with you. Physicians Formula sells 2 separate eyeshadow palettes, one called Tropical Days and the other called Sultry Nights, which each contain 12 of these same eyeshadows. So the 2 eyeshadow palettes together contain all 24 of the eyeshadows that I have in this case. However, each palette costs $17.99, so you can pay $36 for both eyeshadow palettes and you'll get all 24 of the Butter Collection eyeshadows, or you can pay $40 for this entire collection and get an additional 34 products for only $4 more. Now, of course, this collection certainly isn't travel friendly, and having a place to store it could be challenging, but it is an incredible value. Wow, I guess I really get excited about a good bargain. One other thing you'll want to be aware of is that these products are definitely scented. So if you do have sensitivity to fragrance, you may not want to invest in any of these products from the Butter Collection. The whole vibe of this collection in both the packaging and the scent is tropical, and I think I'd lean toward describing the scent as sort of a coconut combination fruit scent. The only product in this collection where the formulation might be a little different than the normal formula of the individually sold products is the lipsticks. And this is only because of how they've had to package them in this particular collection. In this collection, the lipsticks are set up as a palette rather than in individual tubes that you'd normally find when you'd purchase them separately. So the lipsticks in this collection do apply slightly sheer, but they're certainly buildable. I've already gone ahead and applied eye primer and my eyebrow products, and I'll apply my foundation after I do my eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and start with the eyeshadow. The matte eyeshadows in this collection have a very buttery, soft texture, which glides on beautifully. But you'll definitely want to tap off any excess from your brush since they're very pigmented and a little powdery as well. They do blend together extremely well. But there's several colors which don't apply as easily or as smoothly, and it's necessary really to apply them with a wet brush or to put some setting spray on a brush to get good color payoff. You'll see what I mean when I show you the swatches. On this arm, I have the lighter colors that you can see, the lightest at the top, and then they gradually build to some deeper colors. And then at the very bottom, you can see the color which is a little bit more difficult to apply. I have the other 12 swatches on this arm. As you can see, there's really good color payoff on most of the matte shadows. And take a look at that black at the very bottom. That's amazing in how deep a color that is. The mattes definitely apply a little bit better than the metallics in this collection. I'm going to start off with two light and medium tones mixed together that I'm going to put in my crease. As you can see, I'm getting an immediate color payoff with these colors. So they really are highly pigmented and they just go on so easily. These are both matte shades. And I'm using both a windshield wiper motion as well as a small circular motion to make sure that I cover all that textured area in my crease of my eye. I'm also pulling this color straight out at the top to give my eyes a more lifted look. Once I have very little eyeshadow left on my brush, I'm going to take it and I'm just going to go all the way up toward my eyebrow, just so I have a slightly lighter color going all the way up toward my eyebrow. Then I'm going to take a flatter brush and I'm going to take the very lightest shade and I'm packing it on my brush and I'm applying it right across my lid area. You can definitely get a vibe of tropical island as you do this, which might be really fun to be applying it in the middle of winter, as a matter of fact. Then I'm going to take this smaller brush and I'm going to use it to apply some of that lightest shade right under the arch of my eyebrow. And I'm going to bring it down underneath the tear duct below my eye as well. I also like to take a light shade and apply it right under my bottom eyelashes. This sort of helps brighten up that area. I'm going to swipe one more layer of that lighter shade across my eyelids. Now I'm going to take a flatter brush and I'm going to take a deeper brown color. I'm going to go for a neutral look today. And I'm just going to put a little of this on the outer corner of my eye and just sort of stamp it along the outer edge of my eyelid. I'm putting it in my crease and slightly above my crease. Again, carrying it straight across. Now, as you can see, I almost don't need to blend these. They blend in so well, but of course I will because it does need some additional blending. So I'm going to take my smaller blending brush and I'm just going to go along the edges. Just want to make sure that this is absolutely seamless and there are no harsh edges to the eyeshadow, which is always the trick with good eyeshadow application. And then I'm going to blend out the crease area and the outer edge of the eye as well. Then I'm going to take a bigger, fluffier brush, which doesn't have any product on it whatsoever. And it's always a good idea to finish up your blending with a brush that is completely clean. Now, of course, I can't resist bumping up this just slightly. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to go into sort of a sunset russet color It's really pretty, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this right along here, just to give a little bit more interest to this eye area. Sometimes mixing in warm colors with cool colors can really look nice. Now, obviously I need to do some blending. So I'm adding just a hint of warmth to this area. And then again, I'm taking what's left on the brush and I'm just carrying it up toward the eyebrow. Now, if you feel you need to do a little additional blending to make the outer edges look a little more seamless, you can always go back in with your lighter shade and blend those edges with that light shade. I'm not going to put any additional product on this brush. I am just going to use what's left over of that very light shade and apply it along the outer edges of my eyeshadow. So this helps it look even more seamless. I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyeliner and mascara off camera, and we'll be right back. So I have on the rest of my eye makeup, and I also applied just a very small amount of light translucent powder over my face, since I did put on liquid foundation, and I'm going to be putting powder products over that foundation. I'm next going to apply powder bronzer, powder blush, and powder highlighter over my liquid foundation. So first, let's take a look at the bronzer color swatches. They're a little harder to see except for the very deep bronzer colors. And I love this array of blush colors, going from light pinks to peaches to deeper corals and mauves. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my bronzer and my blush. I'm just going to dip in a little bit of bronzer and build up if I need to, and I'm going to use this brush that's angled and also is pretty flexible, so I'll get a softer application. I also want to use a little bit of it around the edge of my forehead since I have a very high forehead. It does come across as very pigmented, but I'm using a very light hand to start off with. I'm going to bring it under my jawline. Now I'm going to take just a very tiny bit of the darkest sculpting powder, tapping it off. And I'm just going to see what kind of, yeah, that definitely comes across as much deeper as you can see. Use that along my jawline and bring it down onto my neck. A little bit more over here. Blend it in. Blend it up. And down over my neck area. And blend this up. And blend this out too. Now, because I still have a few harsh edges, I'm still going to take my makeup sponge that's dampened and I'm going to go along those edges and really blend it in better. This really makes a difference in application. Also feels great because it's pretty darn hot filming right now. I won't even say how hot it is in my part of the country. It is really hot right now. So this feels especially good. Now I'm going to go in with my blush colors, and I'm going to go with a beautiful pink, the lightest pink color in this collection, and then I may add a little bit of the saucy mauve. I'm not sure. We'll see. Also going to add just a little bit above my brows. This sort of pulls the whole look together by just bringing it up a little bit higher above the eyebrows. Dab a little bit into that saucy mauve. Oh, that makes a really pretty combination, the pink with the mauve. Just a tiny bit of the mauve. And then as I did with the bronzer, I'm also going to just go along the edges of the blush to blend it in. So I applied the rosy pink blush shade, and then I put also just a little touch of the saucy mauve shade over it. I really enjoy these blush colors. They're absolutely gorgeous. And now for highlighter. I'll apply the pink highlighter and top it off with the pearl highlighter. Let me show you the swatches and then I'll apply it. So as you can see, there's quite a range of colors with these highlighters, from white to pink to peachy colors and deeper corals and even bronzy colors. And there's also kind of a violet colored pink, which is gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the pink shade first, right above the blush area on my cheekbones. Then I'm going to take another brush and apply the lightest highlighter. It's going to be a pearl color. And just blend it out and in with the other blush. That softens the look of the other blush, which is really what I wanted to do. So let's see if you can see how much highlighter we get going, how much glow there is from those highlighters. And here's the other side. I really think the blushes and the highlighters and the bronzers are gorgeous. Put a little bit of that pearl color. I think it will go better with my finger if I do it. Then I'm going to take what's left over on the brush and just hit this area of my forehead with the highlighter. Now let's go ahead and focus on lipstick. Because of the formula of the lip colors, I'm afraid you won't be able to see much from the swatches. Because they're sheer, you really need to build them up on your lips so they become a thicker balm consistency in order to get more color payoff. Or you can also just dab on a little bit of color for a sheer application of these lipsticks. They're definitely hydrating and feel wonderful on the lips, but if you have issues with lipstick feathering or migrating, you'll certainly need to use a lip liner before applying one of these lipsticks. Also, one other thing to be aware of with these lip products is that the darker and brighter colors will leave a stain on your lips for a while. I'm going to go ahead and apply the lip color. I'm first going to take just a little bit of the lip color on my finger. This is the acai berry, and just going to dab it. Then I'm going to take a little bit deeper color. This is called Carnival, and apply it over the acai berry. This is how it looks, just dabbing it on with my fingers, but you could certainly get a richer, brighter, deeper consistency if you were to use a lip brush. Then I'm going to take my lip gloss from CoverGirl called Lip Lava, which unfortunately has been discontinued, and I'm going to apply a little bit of this gloss over the lip color. As you can see, that gives a little bit of a brighter, lighter look to the lip color, which is what I was after. And then let me show you swatches of the lip colors. As you can see, they go from fairly light nudes up at the top down to some deeper, richer colors. I first applied concealer and then my L'Oreal Age Perfect Lip Liner in Bold Orchid around my lips. And by the way, I've really come to love these L'Oreal Age Perfect Lip Liners since they really do help prevent lipstick from finding and migrating into those vertical lines around my lips. I do, however, really wish these lip liners were automatic pencils rather than ones that have to be sharpened, especially since these are somewhat challenging to sharpen. I would gladly pay more for an automatic pencil. And after the lip liner, I applied two of the Physicians Formula colors, the Acai Berry and then Carnival. So just for a quick recap about this Physicians Formula collection of butter products, I especially love the bronzers, the blushes, and the highlighters. They're butter smooth and absolutely glide on, so you're far more assured of a really flawless, natural look. As far as the eyeshadows go, I love the fact that it's easy to layer any of these colors, and I especially like the matte eyeshadows. They're extremely pigmented, they apply super easily, and they blend really well. And the black, as I mentioned, is one of the deepest blacks I've ever seen. But there are a few shades that are definitely more challenging to apply. But using a wet brush to apply them, or misting a brush with some setting spray, can really make a difference in how well they apply. As far as the lipsticks go, I tend to prefer a stronger lip color, so these lipsticks do take a little bit more time to build them up if you want to go that direction, but they're a breeze to just pat on for a lovely sheer look. And there's really a nice range of both warm and cool colors, which are really lovely. And I'm really glad also they included some deeper, bolder colors along with the softer, lighter colors. There's definitely a beautiful color here for just about everyone. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Giving a video a thumbs up on YouTube helps any channel's visibility, and it also helps a channel grow because the video will then show up as a suggested video to other people. So I'd be so very grateful if you'd consider a thumbs up. If you've tried any of these Physicians Formula butter products or any of Physicians Formula other products, I do hope you'll share your thoughts on them in the comments section below. It's wonderful getting to know so many of you through your comments on my videos. So I really appreciate your taking the time to share your thoughts with us. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I send you warm wishes for good health and happiness and hope you have a truly fabulous rest of your day. Take care.